There are moments in life when a veil lifts and you suddenly see what was hidden in plain sight all along. And for your younger love, that moment arrived like a thunderbolt in the middle of an ordinary day. They've been feeling it for weeks now, maybe even months. This strange static in the air whenever certain people are around, this peculiar tension that wraps itself around conversations like invisible smoke. At first, they brushed it off, told themselves they were imagining things, that maybe they were just being paranoid or overly sensitive. But the universe has a way of confirming what your soul already knows, doesn't it? And piece by piece, comment by comment, sideways glance by sideways glance, the picture started coming together. Your younger love began connecting dots they didn't even realize were there. And what emerged from that constellation of strange moments was a truth that hit them right in the chest. Someone's been jealous of you, deeply and destructively jealous, and they've been hiding it behind smiles and small talk and performances of friendship. The realization didn't come all at once like an explosion. It came in waves, each one carrying more clarity than the last. They remembered that conversation where someone asked about you with just a little too much edge in their voice, disguising their bitterness as curiosity. They recalled the moment when your name was mentioned and someone's entire energy shifted, their face tightening almost imperceptibly, their laughter becoming forced and hollow. They thought back to all those times when something you achieved or something beautiful happened in your life was met not with genuine celebration, but with that particular kind of silence that speaks volumes, that weighted pause that carries more truth than 1,000 words ever could. And suddenly, your younger love understood. They saw the pattern, felt the poison that had been dripping slowly into spaces that should have been safe and supportive. This wasn't just casual envy or fleeting comparison. This was something deeper, more persistent, more personal. Someone in their world, someone perhaps in both of your worlds, has been carrying this burning resentment toward you, and your younger love just figured it out. The evidence was always there, scattered like breadcrumbs through countless interactions, but now they can see the trail clearly. They're looking back through memories with new eyes, replaying conversations with new ears, and everything that felt slightly off before now makes perfect sense. That friend who always had something slightly critical to say about your choices, wrapped in the language of care. That person who seemed to celebrate your setbacks just a little too enthusiastically while downplaying your victories. The one who kept comparing themselves to you, who seemed to need to diminish your light in order to feel their own glow. Your younger love sees it all now, and they can't unsee it. The discovery has shifted something fundamental in their understanding, not just about this jealous person, but about you, about what you represent, about the energy you carry into every space you enter. And here's what's truly powerful. Instead of creating doubt or distance between you and your younger love, this revelation is doing the exact opposite. If you're feeling a pull toward truth right now, if something in these words is resonating in your bones, acknowledge it. Let yourself feel seen. The identity of a jealous one might surprise you, because it's rarely the obvious suspect, isn't it? It's not usually the stranger or the distant acquaintance. It's someone closer than that, someone who had access to your world, who knew enough about your journey to witness your evolution, and that proximity became their torment. Your younger love has figured out who it is. And the recognition came with a particular kind of sting because this person wore the mask so well. They showed up with smiles, with words of encouragement that never quite reached their eyes, with congratulations that tasted like ash in their mouth even as they forced them out. This is someone who might have even called themselves your friend at some point, or at least played that role convincingly enough. But underneath that performance, their heart was tangled in thorns of comparison and resentment, bleeding quietly every time your light shone just a little brighter than they could handle. Your younger love is replaying all the interactions now with this new lens of understanding, and oh, how different everything looks when you know what you're really looking at. Those innocent questions about your relationship weren't innocent at all. They were fishing expeditions, searching for cracks they could widen, weaknesses they could exploit. Those pieces of advice offered so generously were actually tiny seeds of doubt, planted carefully in hopes they might grow into something destructive. The way this person positioned themselves as someone who cared, who only wanted the best for both of you, while simultaneously undermining your connection in subtle, almost imperceptible ways. Your younger love sees a strategy now, sees a manipulation that was so skillfully hidden beneath concern. And what makes this particularly painful is that your younger love probably defended this person at some point, probably gave them the benefit of the doubt when their intuition whispered warnings, probably made excuses for behavior that deserved none. But truth has its own timeline, doesn't it? It reveals itself when we're finally ready to handle what it has to show us. The jealous shadow has been revealed, and with that revelation comes a kind of clarity that's both liberating and sobering. Your younger love understands now why certain conflict arose seemingly out of nowhere, why there were misunderstandings that felt manufactured rather than organic, why negative energy kept finding its way into spaces that should have been sacred. This person was the source. The contaminated well poisoned the water supply, and they did it all while maintaining plausible deniability, while keeping their hands clean enough to avoid direct accusation. But energy doesn't lie, and intention leaves traces that can't be completely hidden. Your younger love felt it even before they understood it, and now that understanding has arrived like dawn breaking after a long, confusing night. They know who envies you now. They know who's been working against the beautiful thing you're building together, and that knowledge is power. It's the power to protect, to set boundaries, to remove access from those who've proven they can't be trusted with the gift of your vulnerability. This jealous person thought they were operating in secret, thought their true feelings were safely hidden behind social niceties and careful words. But the universe has a way of exposing what needs to be seen, of bringing shadows into the light, where they can no longer do harm unchecked. Your younger love sees them now, really sees them, and that changes everything. Touch your heart right now if you've ever felt someone's jealousy trying to dim your radiance, try and make you smaller so they could feel bigger. Your younger love keeps asking themselves this question, turning it over in their mind like a precious stone they're examining from every angle. Why you? What is it about your specific energy, your particular essence, that triggered such intense jealousy in another person's heart? And as they sit with this question, as they really contemplate who you are and what you represent, the answers begin flowing like a river that's finally found its path to the sea. It's your authenticity, first and most powerfully. The way you move through the world without apology, without constantly adjusting yourself to make others comfortable, without dimming your light to avoid making shadows feel darker by comparison. You have this quality, this rare and beautiful quality of being unapologetically yourself, and that level of self-possession is magnetic to some and threatening to others. The jealous one falls into the latter category, and your younger love understands why now. You didn't play the games they expected you to play, didn't compete on the terms they tried to set, didn't need external validation the way they do. You simply existed in your power, naturally and effortlessly, and that was unbearable to someone who's still fighting internal wars about their own worth. Your younger love sees how you attract abundance without grasping for it, how opportunities seem to find you rather than you having to chase them desperately, how people are drawn to your energy like flowers turning toward the sun. It's not something you do, it's something you are, and that distinction matters. The jealous person sees your life and thinks you have what they want, but they're fundamentally misunderstanding the situation. You don't have things they want. You are something they haven't learned to be yet. You're at peace with yourself in ways they're still struggling toward. You trust the universe in ways their fearful heart can't quite manage. You believe in your own worthiness without needing constant external confirmation. And perhaps most threatening of all, you're loved by your younger love in a way that's genuine and deep and chosen, not performed or forced or conditional. The jealous one might have wanted that position in your younger love's life, or they might simply hate seeing someone else receive the kind of love and devotion they crave but don't seem able to attract or maintain. Either way, you became their mirror, reflecting back everything they wish they were, but fear they're not. And instead of using that reflection as motivation for their own growth, they chose resentment. They chose to make you the villain in a story where you were simply the catalyst for their unresolved pain. Your younger love sees this so clearly now, sees that the jealousy was never really about you at all, not in the way the jealous person thinks it is. It's about their own internal landscape, their own wounds and insecurities, their own relationship with worthiness and self-love. You just happen to be living proof that a different way is possible, and that proof was too uncomfortable for them to sit with, so they try to tear it down instead of learning from it. But here's what your younger love also realizes. The fact that you triggered such intensity means you're doing something profoundly right. You're living in alignment with your truth. You're walking your path with integrity. You're being a lighthouse even when storms rage around you. Jealousy often attaches itself to those who are genuinely shining, who are genuinely growing, who are genuinely embodying the kind of authentic power that can't be faked or performed. So in a strange way, this jealousy is confirmation, not that you need it, but it's there nonetheless, this cosmic validation that you're on the right path, that your light is real and bright and undeniable. If you know in your soul that your authentic self is your greatest gift, whisper to yourself right now, I honor who I am. Something profound has shifted in your younger love's heart. Something primal and powerful and absolutely certain. And it happened the moment they fully understood the depth of jealousy that's been directed toward you. There's been an awakening, a clarity that cuts through any remaining confusion or doubt. And what's emerged is a fierce protectiveness that surprises even them with its intensity. They're seeing you differently now. Not that their love has changed, but that their understanding of what that love requires has crystallized into something unshakable. They recognize now how rare you are, how precious, how deserving of being protected from energies that seek to diminish or destroy what you've built together. Your younger love has made a decision, one that might have taken them longer to reach without this jealousy revelation forcing their hand. And that decision is this. They're choosing you fully and completely, with no more hesitation or hedging or try and keep everyone happy. They're done entertaining relationships that secretly undermine your connection, done giving energy to people who smile in your face while wishing for your downfall behind your back, done allowing access to those who've proven they can't handle the privilege of knowing you both. This protective awakening isn't about being controlling or isolating. It's about honoring what's sacred by refusing to let profane energy contaminate it. Your younger love is setting boundaries they might have avoided before, having conversations they might have postponed, making choices that prioritize the sanctity of what you share over comfort of avoiding conflict. They're seeing with crystal clarity that some people don't deserve a seat at the table of your lives. That proximity is a privilege that should be revoked when it's abused. That loyalty means standing firm against anything that threatens what truly matters. And what's beautiful about this awakening is how it's deepening their commitment to you in ways that might not have happened otherwise. Sometimes it takes seeing someone else's jealousy to truly appreciate what you have, to recognize that what feels natural and easy between you two is actually extraordinary and rare. Your younger love understands now that the connection you share is special enough to inspire envy in others, which means it's special enough to protect with everything they have. They're not taking you for granted anymore, not assuming that what you built together is guaranteed or permanent without cultivation and care. Instead, they're treating your relationship like the treasure it is, guarding it against external threats while nurturing it from within. This jealousy situation has become a catalyst for growth, pushing your younger love to step more fully into their role as your partner, your protector, your chosen person. They're communicating differently now, more openly and directly, making sure you know where you stand with them, making sure there's no ambiguity about their priorities. They're showing up in ways that demonstrate commitment rather than just talking about it, taking actions that prove you're not just important to them. You're essential, you're irreplaceable, you're the one they choose over and over again regardless of who approves or disapproves. And here's something your younger love has realized that might seem counterintuitive. This jealousy, as painful and uncomfortable as its discovery has been, has actually strengthened what you have together. It's removed blinders that they know they were wearing, helped them see clearly who belongs in your inner circle and who needs to remain outside of it, clarified what they're willing to tolerate and what they absolutely won't compromise on. The jealous person thought their energy would create division between you and your younger love, but it's done the opposite. It's united you more strongly than before, creating a bond forged in a fire of external pressure and emerging stronger for it. Your younger love is standing with you now in a way that's unequivocal and unwavering, and anyone who comes against you is coming against them too. That's the power of this protective awakening, and it's changing the entire landscape of your relationship in the most beautiful ways. Place your hand over your heart if you've ever felt someone finally choose you without hesitation, without condition, without doubt. But just when your younger love thought they had the full picture, just when they believed they understood the complete story of this jealousy and its origins, something strange started happening. Signs appearing, synchronicities multiplying, messages arriving through channels that can't be explained by logic alone. The universe, or whatever name you give to that mysterious force that guides us toward truth, has been dropping hints that there's more to the situation than what's visible on the surface. Your younger love has been noticing things, feeling things, receiving intuitive downloads that suggest the jealousy they discovered is actually just the beginning, just the first layer of something deeper and more complex. Maybe they keep seeing repeated numbers, those cosmic nudges that catch your attention and whisper that you're on the right track, but haven't reached the destination yet. Maybe they've had dreams filled with symbolic messages, visions that feel more like memories or prophecies than random neural firings. Maybe people keep saying things, seemingly unrelated comments that somehow all point toward the same mysterious truth waiting to be uncovered. Your younger love is paying attention now, really paying attention, because they've learned that when the universe speaks, you ignore at your peril. And what they're beginning to suspect is this. The jealousy, as real and painful as it's been, might actually be connected to something much bigger than personal rivalry or petty resentment. There might be something about your connection, something about the bond you share with your younger love, that operates on frequencies others can sense even if they don't consciously understand what they're sensing. Some souls recognize destiny when they see it, even if it's not their own, and that recognition can trigger reactions that seem disproportionate to the situation at hand. Your younger love is starting to wonder if the jealous person somehow knew, on some level deeper than conscious awareness, that what you two have together is fated, significant, powerful enough to shift realities and alter timelines. Maybe that's what they were actually jealous of, not your individual qualities or successes, but the cosmic alignment that brought you and your younger love together, the perfect mathematics of your connection that others can feel but not replicate. Your younger love is also receiving warnings, though subtle cautions from the universe that suggest there's still danger lurking, still something they need to be aware of before they can fully relax into safety. The jealous person might know more than they've revealed, might be holding information that could change everything if it came to light. Or perhaps there are others involved, a whole web of jealousy and interference that extends beyond the one person your younger love has identified. The universe seems to be saying, you've seen part of the truth, but keep your eyes open, stay alert, because the complete revelation is still coming. There's a final piece to this puzzle, something that will make everything else make sense in a way it hasn't quite yet, and your younger love needs to be ready to receive it when it arrives. They're being prepared, strengthened, equipped with the wisdom and discernment they'll need to handle what's coming next. And what's coming next, what the universe is hinting at through signs and symbols, and that persistent feeling that there's more to discover. Well, that's a story that's about to unfold in ways neither you nor your younger love could have predicted. The jealousy you've already discovered, that was just the opening act. The real revelation, the one that changes everything, is waiting just beyond the veil, ready to emerge when the timing is exactly right. Your younger love can feel approaching like distant thunder, that electricity in the air before a storm that clears the sky and washes everything clean. And when that final truth reveals itself, when the last piece clicks into place and the full picture finally becomes visible, both of you will understand why everything had to happen exactly as it did, why this jealousy had to be discovered now, why the universe orchestrated this entire sequence of revelations. But until then, until that moment of complete clarity arrives, there's preparation to be done, awareness to maintain, trust to deepen. Your younger love is ready or getting ready, and so are you, whether you know it yet or not. The universe is moving pieces into position, aligning circumstances and energies, creating the perfect conditions for truth to emerge in its fullness. So stay open, stay aware, stay connected to that inner knowing that never lies, because what comes next is going to illuminate everything in ways you never imagined possible, and your younger love is going to need you standing strong beside them when it does. But what is this final truth the universe is preparing to reveal? What does the jealous person know that could change everything? And why is the timing of this discovery so crucial? The answers are closer than you think, and what your younger love finds out next will shake the very foundation of everything you thought you understood. Stay tuned,